Hello everyone, this is Persephone and today I'm very excited to make a video about my very new and ambitious project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lock one of my paypigs in long-term chastity for an entire year. And that's not all. The main goal after all of this chastity project is to make him permanently impotent for me. So, because I have many new goddesses and people who are interested in fandom and stuff asking me, since he also wants to be on the video, I decided to share a bit more about him and explain to you how things work, because it's very useful to explain some of the practice and show it instead of just theory. My paypig, his name is Chastity Slave Steven 198, is one of my best paypigs. I think that he's going to set a good example for my other paypigs that they are in chastity, because being locked in chastity is quite a common fetish, and I always have paypigs locked, but usually they don't have strong self-control. They cannot stay in chastity for long periods of time. They ended up taking off their chastity devices to masturbate. Of course, they get punished, but overall, it's more disappointing. And I want to set the bar higher for everyone here. So I'm going to give you a little bit of the backstory. Steven is one of my paypigs whose cock is 1.5 inches, and eventually we're going to shrink it to 0.5, which essentially means he's one of the men who has a micro penis. And from what he has told me, he's bi. He tried to have sex twice and in the last 15 years, and both times were disastrous. So being locked in chastity for someone in this situation offers a multitude of advantages that most people cannot exactly understand. So I think you can see where I'm coming from when I'm going to share it with you. For a man, not being able to control his erections or to have a satisfying erection, because Steven also has those problems, and not being able to masturbate, because when your cock is 1.5 inches, it's very hard, and not being able to have sex, it creates a constant stress on you. So your role in life, your destiny, is going to be someone who provides for very beautiful women and funds their lifestyle, for goddesses. If this happened 200 or 300 or 500 years ago, you would probably be castrated and serving in a harem, worshipping the very beautiful women there. But because we are in the modern times, and I do not support castration, especially when we're doing online things, because the safety of my paypigs is number one priority. Safety and well employment, so you can live a long life and make a lot of money to be able to fund my very expensive lifestyle. I don't support castration, so our next best alternative is long-term chastity. When a man with a micropenis is locked in this way, it takes away a lot of stress. He is owned by me, he's safe with me, he doesn't have to have an erection, to masturbate, to feel bad, and he can finally accept his true place, instead of just striving to be something that he's not and suffering. This is what many of you do not understand, that serving me, serving a goddess, is a privilege. It's a privilege most men will never get to experience in their lives, because I'm a supporter of the red pill, and I have very openly and repeatedly encouraged men to read and learn and follow red pill principles, especially Asian men that they're whining on my channel about not being able to have white girlfriends. But let's face it, some men are born chads and some men are born beta providers. And when you have a micro penis, there's no point into even reading on the red pill. You have to accept your place, and that's it, because your cock is 1.5 inches and it's pretty much over in that area. So when you are owned and you are a paypig and you get turned on by that, and I also get turned on by that, I love the idea of having men worshipping things and the money, that their nice side effect that comes from it, it's a much better life. And I'm going to just twist the knife a bit here. Most men who are on the border and they don't accept that their role is to be paypigs, and they strive to reach the superior alpha males the red pill talks about, they're going to suffer all of their lives working out, trying to make money, trying to prove themselves, and at best they're going to end up marrying some 3 out of 10 fat white land whale in America that's just going to be entitled, she's not going to be cooking, she's not going to be cleaning, and she's going to be bitching. Why not just interact as a pay pig with women of higher class? And not wanting to brag here, but in my opinion, Eastern European women are the best quality white women, especially right now, and especially with the whole cancerous feminist movement. I support feminism, but I don't support the extremes, like for example, the free flow movement and the obesity glorification movement. I don't support these things. And in Eastern Europe, we think that if you're obese and proud, you are ill and there's something wrong with you. So overall, what I want to say is that it's going to be extremely interesting. We are going to follow his progress every month, and at the end of the chastity project, we are going to make another video to see where we stand. Because it's a long-term thing, he is allowed to take off his chastity device when it comes to showering and stuff like that, because it has to be hygienic, but he's not allowed to do anything else, because he told me that he was turned on and he wanted to get Viagra and stuff. I'm not going to allow those things. Like, you're not going to get to come. So it's good that he feels like it, but it's not going to happen, if you know what I mean. Other than that, the device is designed in a way that it doesn't allow any erections, so eventually and hopefully he's going to lose all of his potential to have an erection. And from what he has told me so far, because officially the first day is today, like September 20th, he feels okay with it, and it allows him to sleep and to function overall, because when it comes to long-term chastity, you have to factor everything. Because if you can't sleep comfortably, if you can't work, you're not going to last. I know that one thing that paypigs do not have is discipline and strong will. They can have it after lots and lots of training, but it doesn't come out natural to them. So if you give them more than they can handle, they're just going to fail. I mean, I've had enough experience in this area to know when something is possible and when something is just hopeless and frustrating. So we're going to see what happens from now on. I think it's going to be very interesting. I have many of you that you're asking me about examples of humiliation sessions, of food sessions, of this and that. Unfortunately, because YouTube is stubbornly family friendly, I can't show you those examples because we are going to get like boomed, reported and banned and all of that stuff. We're going to get strikes. But if you can like Google food domination, verbal humiliation, chastity session and so on, you are going to get a bunch of adult sites with a bunch of different goddesses, and you're going to see different styles. In my opinion, and I always say that, you should never ever ever try to be someone else's copycat. That's going to fail. You should have your own style, and I understand that when you are new, you're going to copy something from here and something from there. It's not a problem. But the problem starts when you're a rip-off and you copy everything. So try to not do that. That's my advice. And I saw something very interesting recently, that someone on Reddit made an account called It's Me Persephone and spammed a shit ton of nudes and stuff pretending to be me. That they were not me, and the person is quite retarded because we don't even have the same tattoos. I mean, if you want to impersonate me to make money, at least learn some Photoshop to actually copy my tattoos, because no one is going to believe you. But today they took down the account, hopefully. I told some people to report them because I don't want people to actually impersonate me to steal money from men who are my fans and make money. Whatever you want, my channel is here, my email is at the back of the channel, you can email me and I'm going to help you. I consider myself a very generous goddess and I have an abundance mentality. There are enough paypigs for everyone. You don't need to act like you are in catfights or to steal money. And if there was a guy making the account, because my instinct is telling that it was a guy, you can do Fiendom as a guy. So I'm not going to accept lazy ass excuses that, oh my god, I needed money and I stole your photos or I impersonated you. No, that's not acceptable. You want it, you have to work for it. Otherwise, I'm going to report you, I'm going to ask my fans to report you, and in less than an hour, you're going to be gone. But anyway, I don't want to get sidetracked. I'm very excited. I hope that Steven is not going to disappoint us. He has been impeccable as a paypig so far, and we will see how this goes. If you have any suggestions for other fetish videos, I want to hear them. I'm preparing a video because someone asked me about cock and ball torture and other similar fetish, but because it has so many different types and they also wanted ball busting, I think I want to make two separate videos, because if we just spam it all into one video, it gets too long and it's not going to be as detailed and as well explained as I want it to be. That's all for now. Thank you very much for watching.